welcome to my channel. I am Stephanie. This is day number 10 of VEDA, Video Every Day in April. And we're going to be talking about one of the over 2,000 books that I have read over the last 10 years. I'm going to do some fun questions, and then we're going to give some cowboy recommendations today. Okay, like I said, this is the 10th day of VEDA. If you haven't been here and this is your first time seeing what it is, it's Video Every Day in April. I decided to do my format this year of doing a revisit of over the 2,000 books that I have read in the last 10 years that I've been tracking since 2012. And I put them in a randomizer. The only thing about the randomizer is that it only had a field enough for the title of the book. So I randomly picked books off of that list and was provided a title. So now I get to have the fun of kind of going over what author I think it is, or if I remember the author. We're testing Stephanie's brain is what we're doing. Then I have a pod deck of cards that I'm going to do 2 fun questions from, and then I'm going to give you 2 recommendations for different topics, and today's topic is cowboy romances. So let's just jump right into it. Today's book is book title is Silenced, and if I am not mistaken, I do believe this was written by either Letty Harper, Steffi Walls, or I think there may have been one other person that I read a book named Silence from. But let's jump on over to my Goodreads and see if I was right with one of those names, hopefully. If I'm not mistaken, this book is based around a young boy. I believe it's a young boy. He ends up having something tragic happens to him, and then he decides he's not going to speak, and except for to this girl that he like communicates with. So that is what I think the story is about. Let's jump over to Goodreads. I cannot believe I was actually right. So it is Silenced. Oops, sorry guys. Silenced by Letty Harper. And it is, as a young child, Kaylin Foster survives an unimaginable silence, and scarred, he keeps to himself, spending his time with his notebook in the woods behind his aunt's house. Yes. Oh my goodness. I gave it 5 stars then. And if I read it now, I probably would still give it 5 stars. Let's see when I read that. It was released in 2017. I'm pretty sure I arc read for this. Yes, it says that I did arc read for this. It was prior to me doing stars on my reviews as well as like Steam fans. So I would actually have to like reread it to see sort of where those levels fall. But I probably most definitely would give it 5 stars still. And here is my review. Can't say too much about this book, but this book was amazing. Such a beautiful, real life journey with these characters. I had my moments with both Kaylin and Riley, but their actions always felt as if they could actually happen. Met with this author at Sexy and Sassy signing, and the literary group presents Star-Studded Weekend affair in Norfolk, Virginia in July of 2016. Oh my goodness. Wow, it's been quite a few years. So I think I would love to like revisit this one. I might actually have to do that. As it says, I was provided an ARC for this or advanced reader copy, and you can go to my Goodreads and check out my verbal video review of this to see what my feelings were back then if you click that link. I am pretty sure it is still available. As we can see over here, it is placed in new adult and has some high school things, but I also place it as sensitive topics. So I find that very, very interesting. Okay, you guys have got to let me know down in the comment section if I need to do a reread of that and see if that would be like the next like project I could do of doing some of the rereads. If we get through like VEDA and I like start talking and stuff like that, maybe I should that should be like my next project. I don't know. Revisiting some of the books that I said that I wanted to reread. But yeah, this would definitely be one that I think I could reread and be still captivated by it and everything like that, just from the premise of the story. So let's jump into my 2 fun questions for the day. The first one coming from Pod Dex. Do you have a favorite number? Any particular reason why you like that number? So I've always been partial to the number 5 for some reason. I don't know why. It's just a number that I like. And lately, I definitely like the number 3. My family's a 3. My like immediate family, husband, child, 3. There's 3 of us. I like that number. So in many ways, I'm a big odds person. Odd things. Even though when I'm in like social situations, I prefer to have even numbers just because most roller coaster rides and things like that always want you to have like a partner. Nothing's very single. And odd numbers, usually there's an odd man out. So there's that. But I like the number 3 and the number 5. Next question. Boop. Boop, boop. What's the most embarrassing or worst thing your parents ever caught you doing? Yeah, no, I'm not going to revisit that childhood trauma of embarrassment and worse things. So we're gonna skip on that question. Feel free to answer that question in the comment section if you like, but I'm not answering that one today. Alrighty, so for Cowboy Romances that I am going to recommend to you, I'm going to tell you guys to go check out the Hennington Brothers by Corinne Michaels. It has all these books. The first one, there is quite a few jaw-dropping scenes and sensitive topics that are handled right off the bat in the first part of the first book. So make sure you check your content warnings and triggers for that. Excuse me. But I really enjoyed this series. It's about 3 brothers that they have a family farm, they raise horses, and it's the things that they end up going through are beautiful and touching, and it has like this cowboy feel to it, and I was here for it. The next book I'm going to tell you guys to go check out is Jackson by LaQuette. So this isn't your typical cowboy, but he is a Texas Ranger, and he has that cowboy feel to it. It is a Black love story. It also is set in Texas, where very close to the last place that was affected by the emancipation. So we have this woman that is taking care of her family farm or family compound type thing, trying to build it back up, doing restoration ranch. And there's some funny things that end up happening on her farm. So she has to call in the law enforcement agencies that are in the area, and it happens to be a Texas Ranger. She has some family connections with law enforcement and the judicial system in Texas and things like that. So she gets some help there, but it's a little bit of a mystery. It's suspense. It's about their romance, and you get a little bit of history. When I first read this book, I was like, ooh, this is giving me all the feels that Beverly Jenkins gives me. And LaQuette did an amazing job with combining the romantic suspense aspects of this story along with a little bit of Black history as well. So that is today's video. I hope that you will go out and try out some of the books that I have talked about. Like I said, if you want to answer the questions down in the comment section, your worst or most embarrassing thing that your parents caught you with, and your favorite number, go ahead and put those down there. Let's have a conversation about them. And let me know some of your cowboy romances that you liked. Other than that, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Also, there is a feedback form down in the description box so you guys can help me improve my channel. My PayPal, my Patreon, and all my other social links are down in the description box so you guys can help me improve my channel. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in tomorrow's video.